tonight. The students have been ready for a while, sleeping outside to get the best spots they can get in the student section for this game here at the McKale Center. Why is that? Because for the first time in 33 seasons, the Duke Blue Devils are here in Tucson, led by freshman sensation Cooper Flagg. Duke is here trying to avenge a defeat against Arizona last year at Cameron. Who knows more about the Blue Devils than Caleb Love? Of course, 3 years with the Tar Heels. This will be his 9th game against Duke. He is 5-3. What an arena. What a passionate fan base. And what a game we have for you here tonight. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Tucson. Are we excited for this one? Dan Shulman and Jay Bilas. Let's start with Duke. 3-1, the one loss to Kentucky. And, of course, the first guy that people tend to talk about with this team right now is Cooper Flagg.
Well, in Duke's first true road game, and it's a difficult road environment, they're led by their youngest player, 17-year-old Cooper Flagg from Maine, the #1 player in the country last year in high school. He is leading Duke this year in scoring, rebounding, assists, and steals. He can put the ball on the deck and get to the rack. He's an excellent passer. He likes to get into your body, draw fouls, and a very good finisher around the basket. One thing he's improving on is his three-point shooting. He's only hit 4 on the season, but he can draw a big guy away from the basket. It'll be interesting to see if Arizona goes with a wing on him. Maybe KJ Lewis. They'll be switching at times, doubling, trying to get the ball out of his hands and not letting him get into your body. And for Arizona, Caleb Love knows the Blue Devils very well. He's played 8 times. This will be his 9th game against Duke at both North Carolina and Arizona. And he has played very well in those games, averaging about 17 points per game. He has not shot the 3 as well as he is capable of early this season, just 5 of 19 to start. But he's a streaky shooter that's capable of putting up 30 in any game.
Arizona's coming off a loss. They were beaten by Wisconsin 103-88 in their last game. So you know they want to get that 1-game losing streak over with. And what an opportunity they've got tonight. What a big time early season college basketball game this should be. The Blue Devils with the opening possession. Everybody standing and booing right now here as this game begins. Caleb Foster open, misses the 3. And the rebound down to Lewis. What a backcourt they've got with Bradley, Love, and Lewis. Trey Townsend transfer from Oakland, and Motiejus Krivas, one of 2 7-footers who will see significant time for the Wildcats tonight. Good help by Foster. Krivas corrals it. Open in the corner. Jaden Bradley has Arizona on the board. For the Blue Devils, 3 freshmen, Knipple, Flagg, Malawach, all playing in their first true road game. This is the veteran of the group, Tyrese Proctor. He's a junior. And he has shot the ball very well from 3 this year, gets his own miss on the runner. Foster open again and misses for the 2nd time.
Foster struggled shooting the ball against Kentucky in Atlanta, was 0 for 5 from 3.
Bradley off to Love. Shovel pass inside. Arizona players wanted a goaltend, but they'll get the bucket, and it is called a goaltend. I believe that is what Roger Ayers and Doug Sermons are saying. It is a goaltend. Count the basket, and it is 5-0.
And that's going to be a huge part of this game, Dan, is offensive rebounding for Arizona. Arizona leads the nation in offensive rebounding. They get 21 per game, and they get 55% of their misses. That's a lot of extra possessions in a game.
It's a ludicrous percentage. Your average team might be in the low 30s. They're getting more than half of their misses back.
And they did it against Wisconsin as well, which is not easy to do.
The nipple down to Flagg. Malawach the rebound, and he's up strong to get Duke on the board.
Malawach, an excellent offensive rebounder himself, averaging about 3 offensive boards per game, and he is a lob threat as well.
Tommy Lloyd in his 4th season as the head coach at Arizona. How about this? He's never lost 2 in a row. I mean, you know you're doing well when you've never even lost 2 in a row. They've got to win tonight to keep that streak alive.
He spent so much time on the staff of Mark Few at Gonzaga. Great Great play underneath to get it to a matchup problem in Trey Townsend, the transfer from Oakland. And Townsend can post, so he can take a smaller guy down into the post and work him.
He's a fifth-year senior, can score inside and out, and a baseline little teardrop there for Flagg to get Duke back within 3.
Love got caught on a switch, tried to get around in front and get the steal, but that was a really good recovery by Cooper Flagg.
KJ Lewis gets inside, can't finish it, and Knipple down with it for Duke.
And that's what it's going to take for Duke, is 5 guys on the defensive glass every possession.
Nice kick from Proctor to Flagg, and he'll knock down the 3, and he's got 5 early points.
No hesitation, and that's what Cooper Flagg needs to do from the perimeter.
He is 4 weeks shy of his 18th birthday. Had the big game against Kentucky, albeit the 2 turnovers at the end. As Bradley, who is the leading scorer so far this year for the Wildcats, puts them back on top.
The transfer from Alabama. You go underneath on a screen, and he pulled the trigger really quickly. There is 0 hesitation. Arizona wants to play fast.
Good show there by Krivas. Now Flagg, still plenty of time.
And an excellent job by Jaden Bradley on the tag.
Proctor now shooting better than 50% from 3 on the season, 14 for 27. That is knocked away by Malowacz.
Well, Cooper Flagg is so skilled at just 17. Got a switch, and when Caleb Love tried to steal it, just went up. That's a really difficult short corner shot. In transition off the relocation pass, just went right into that shot.
John Shire's gone to his bench. Malik Brown, Sion James both into the game. Flagg with a steal. Shovel pass Proctor. His second 3 of the night.
What a big time play by Cooper Flagg. Not giving up on that long pass, knocking it away, and then having the presence of mind to hit Proctor coming up behind him for the 3 in transition.
It's an 11-3 run for the Blue Devils. Townsend, short. Rebound James, the transfer from Tulane. Better than 1,000 points for the Green Wave. Flagg runs it down in the corner. Knipple for 3. Wide left. Offensive rebound to Malik Brown, the former Syracuse Orange.
Good job to push Trey Townsend underneath to grab that offensive board.
And a miss by Flagg, and back come the Cats. You can hear the chant of U of A, the sellout crowd of better than 14,500 here in Tucson tonight. Bradley from the elbow. Count it.
Arizona was looking for that high-low action, but Duke was keeping pretty good pressure on the ball, but they're always just 1 pass away from a ball screen. That's what freed up Bradley.
He's got 8 early points, and it's a 1-point lead now for Duke. James the extra pass. Flagg, not this time, and Lewis a nice job to hold off Knipple for the rebound. Krivas to Lewis, thought about it. Right now Proctor is guarding Caleb Love, who's on the weak side. A little bit long on the jumper, and the rebound down to Brown. And so far Arizona has not hurt Duke too badly on the offensive glass.
Jaden Bradley just trying to top block Con Knipple, so he can't come off that pin down.
A switch. And now Proctor gets free for a moment. He misses the 3, and the rebound for Krivas.
I think Arizona's got to really do a good job on the offensive end of looking inside in that high-low.
Quick crossover and a block there by Flagg. A guy who can impact the game as much at the defensive end as he can to the offensive end. Misses the runner.
There's a lot of contact there.
Love for 3. And nobody near the glass for Arizona, so an easy rebound for the Blue Devils, as we have gone a long stretch without a whistle over the last few minutes.
Sion James with the ball out top. He can come in and operate as a point guard. Terrific athlete, really strong.
Suffered a shoulder injury a couple of games ago against Kentucky. but played in their last game against Wofford, a huge win, a 51-point win for Duke. Proctor gets inside, and it won't go down. Flag comes up with it, and now it's Arizona's. Lewis, the sophomore from El Paso. Spent some of his years as a kid here in Tucson. Grew up a Wildcats fan and now living the dream of playing for them. It's knocked away and tied up to take us to the under 16 timeout. It has been a while since the whistle was blown in this game. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Lowe's. Terrific start here in Tucson. Duke leading Arizona by a point. 7:03 into the game. Dan Shulman, Jay Billis, and now the third member of our crew, Myron Metcalf.
Yeah, Jon Scheyer said that Cooper Flagg loves this kind of a road environment, and look at what he has here. More than 300 students camped out overnight here at the McHale Center to get ready for this game. But Cooper Flagg told me a couple weeks ago he doesn't get caught up in the hype or the buzz because he's still the guy from Maine that everybody doubted. So when everybody talks about him, he's on SportsCenter, he thinks back to those days when a lot of people doubted him, fellas.
Myron, thank you very much, Jay. He certainly has not looked the least bit intimidated or anything close to that. We asked Jon Scheyer, when was your first game, a true road game as a freshman? It didn't come till January in an ACC game against Georgia Tech. This is a whole different situation here in November in a spot like this in Tucson.
Well, and Jon Scheyer hasn't hesitated to put his young players in difficult spots because he believes they can handle it. And Cooper Flagg played at Montverde Academy. I mean, he's played big-time basketball in high school. I mean, he grew up in Maine, but spent high school in Florida.
Malik Brown, the transfer from Syracuse, such a good defender, a very good rebounder as well. He's got a big job ahead of him. Krivas out of the game, but if Asar is in, and another thing that Brown can do is pass the ball extremely well, and the bucket goes to James. Duke by 3.
Everybody's so worried about Con Knipple coming off for a 3 up top, and Sion James just made a fabulous cut to the basket.
This is the freshman, Carter Bryant, McDonald's All-American, who misses the 3, and bodies are flying going after that ball in the corner.
And a terrific pass, just not enough pressure on Malik Brown, but that was a spectacular cut by Sion James.
All of a sudden, Duke's got a very experienced group on the floor. James Brown and Mason Gillis, a sixth-year player who played for Purdue last year. He's a transfer, played in the national championship game. Bryant got a piece of that for Arizona.
Bryant is long and athletic. He is going to be a really good player.
Tobe Awaka, number 30, the Tennessee transfer, one of the best rebounders in the nation. Henry Vesar, the big guy, can shoot it from out there, but he misses the 3, and we get a foul going against Arizona. It's Duke by 3 with 11:44 to go in the first half here at McHale.
My name's off-ball screens are huge this game. Cut with a purpose. Trust me. Cut with a purpose. Screen with a purpose. We'll get great stuff.
Keep fighting for our shots.
Hey, fight for our shots.
Fight for our shots.
Trust me. They will break down. They will break down. We got cut and screen with a purpose, though, and it's an off-ball game. It's an off-ball game. Keep defending our asses.
Good offensive possession, man.
Jay, we don't talk about cutting very much. What is Jon Scheyer saying when 3 times he implored his players to cut with a purpose?
Well, you want to get basket cuts whenever you can, but setting up your cut is just as important as the cut itself. And oftentimes when you cut, it has to be selfless. You may not get the ball, but if you make a hard cut, then it can open up something for a teammate. And that's really what both teams want to do, is they want to move the defense. Once you move the defense, it becomes easier to attack.
Vesar, good help there by Gillis. He finds Bryant, and it's off the back of the iron, and a terrific rebound by James. Jon Scheyer told us Sion James, he thinks he's a huge key tonight just because of how physically strong of a player he is. Flag. It won't go, may have been deflected. We've got a tie-up, and it's Arizona ball.
One thing that has happened defensively in this game for Duke is they've done a very good job of protecting the paint. You haven't seen Arizona get too many drives to the basket or high-low opportunities where they can get it inside to their big guys. They've been clamping down and forcing a number of jump shots. That's meant longer rebounds and less of an opportunity for Arizona's bigs to grab offensive rebounds.
Yeah, they've missed 9 shots. They don't have a single offensive rebound yet, and they are the best offensive rebounding team in the nation early on this season. And now they missed 10 and still don't have a rebound as Love can't get it to go.
And Duke's getting guard rebounds. That means all 5 guys are getting the defensive glass without leaking out early.
For many reasons, as you know, Jay, Caleb Love would dearly love to have a big game. He's coming off a tough one against Wisconsin, 2 for 13. And again, this is Duke, a team that he has now played 9 times in his career, and he's 5-3 all time.
Well, Sion James felt like he got fouled coming down by Caleb Love. Looked like there was a little grab when Love was trying to get past him. But once he let go of it, Caleb Love, and the referee just probably thought that was a little bit of a flop, even though there was some contact. And as Love was trying to get down the floor, a little bit of tangle.
A new player into the game for Arizona, junior Anthony Del Orso, number 3 in white, a transfer from Campbell, who averaged better than 19 points per game for the Camels last year. Basar runs it down, and a reach-in foul committed by Caleb Foster.
Anthony Del Orso that you mentioned can really shoot the ball. But one thing he found in that game at the Kohl Center against Wisconsin, the Badgers targeted him and tried to attack him on defense. We'll keep an eye on whether Duke tries to do the same thing.
Proctor Malowacz back in the game for Duke. So again, 3 freshmen on the floor right now for the Blue Devils. Bradley into double figures, and Arizona back within 1.
If you go under, if you're not up on a screen, Jaden Bradley's taking advantage of it early.
A much bigger role for him with the departure of some really good players. Kylan Boswell's in Illinois. Pelle Larsson is in the NBA, and Bradley has stepped into a leading role right now for the Wildcats. And they've got a chance to retake the lead. Del Orso has it taken away by Proctor, and he'll go in for the slam.
Arizona has been a little bit loose with the ball. You've seen Cooper Flagg knock a couple away, and then Tyrese Proctor takes it the other way. It's almost like being a running back going through the line, and they're punching it away. You have to really take care of that ball.
Oh, and Awaka just took one step too many on his way into the paint. As we get another look at Tyrese Proctor's play, the junior from Sydney, Australia, is off to a great start tonight.
Yeah, you're just not strong enough with the ball. Del Orso shows it. Proctor takes it right away from him and takes it away to play ahead of the defense. Yeah, you want to get 2-on-1s, nothing better than a 1-on-0.
Arizona leads the all-time series 6-4. They've won 3 in a row. The last time Duke defeated Arizona was the national championship game in 2001. Arizona beat the Blue Devils in Durham last year 78-73. Flagg will draw the foul and go to the line. Well, we've got more basketball coming your way tonight here on ESPN2. North Carolina, which is going to play in the Maui Invitational in a few days. They're getting used to the time change. They got out there early, and they'll take on the University of Hawaii tonight, again, right after this game on ESPN2.
You know, North Carolina has always played fast, but that backcourt they have this year may be the fastest backcourt they've had since maybe Ty Lawson was there.
Which is saying something. They are lightning fast. The Maui Invitational is loaded. Among the teams out there, Carolina, Auburn, Iowa State, Michigan State, and the 2-time defending national champions, the Connecticut Huskies. Trey Townsend rips down the rebound off the miss by Flagg.
See if Arizona starts to try to look inside a little bit more. They've tried to get some high-low looks, but Duke has really put the clamps on it.
Lewis, it will go and get Arizona back within 2.
Excellent job turning the corner to get into the lane.
Good ball movement here by the Blue Devils, and Malowacz with a chance for a three-point play.
Del Orso just late as the tag guy. He needs to meet him further up the lane in order to stop that. Just setting the little high ball screen. Krivas comes out on it. That means that Del Orso's got to get there from the weak side, and he's got to be there on the catch. That was too late. It's in the restricted arc, and Malowacz finishes it. You want to make him into a short roll guy rather than getting all the way to the rim.
The 18-year-old freshman from South Sudan who played in the Olympics this past summer. And John Shire, he's got all the respect in the world for the bigs that he's going to play in college. But he says, hey, he played against Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis in the Olympics. They believe in Malowacz, and you've seen a lot of him. He's got a ton of potential. Krivas, the offensive rebound, and that is Arizona basketball. It's their first offensive board of the night, and Krivas capitalizes.
Well, they're going to continue to try to pound the glass. But I still think Arizona needs to really look inside to try to take advantage of Krivas and Trey Townsend down low.
A quiet start tonight so far for Con Knippel, who was Duke's leading scorer in their first two games this year against Maine and Army. Wow, and a corner three for Malowacz.
I'm not sure that was in the scouting report. 7-2 knocking down a corner three.
A timeout on the floor. Malowacz with a made three to put Duke up by 6. Myron Metcalf with Tommy Lloyd, the head coach of the Wildcats, when we come back to Tucson. Arizona, 7:46 to go in the first half. Moments ago, Myron Metcalf visited with Wildcats head coach Tommy Lloyd.
Tommy, what do you like so far from your team and what needs to change?
I mean, hey, we've got to hang in there a little bit. You know, we missed some open shots, and you know, Duke's made a few open shots. I mean, their big man has made his first 3 of the season. That's how it goes sometimes. We just got to hang in there and stay steady.
What do you like about how your team has tried to corral Cooper Flagg so far?
I mean, it's okay. I mean, Cooper's a really good player. I'm sure he's going to get his points. He's probably missed a few gimmies. But we just got to hang with it, and we got to put some points on the board right here.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And they're having trouble putting points on the board, Jay. They're just 2 for 10 from 3. With all the great things that this Arizona team has, the three-point shot's been an issue early this year. They're shooting just 27% as a team. Do you see that improving over the course of the season?
Yes, I think they're a much better shooting team than that, but they're having a hard time getting the ball inbounds. That's the second time that they almost turned one over, trying to throw over Cooper Flagg to get it in.
Caleb Love still scoreless in this game, 0 for 3.
Love has to get something going toward the basket.
Townsend got something going towards the basket, couldn't finish, and it's Duke ball.
A lot of contact on that. Some of that was created by the offensive player, Trey Townsend, just didn't finish it. But Duke's spacing has been very good to start this game, getting good movement.
Knippel shut off on the baseline there by Bryant. 2 extremely talented freshmen. Now Flagg, shot clock is at 4. He'll pull up for a 3 and miss it, and down with the rebound and looking to push is Lewis.
Good job by Trey Townsend to force that shot. That wasn't the shot that Duke wanted. They had talked in that last time out about fighting for the shot that they wanted. Didn't get it there.
Good defensive play there by Malik Brown to knock it away, and it's going to be Duke ball. And Tommy Lloyd is somewhat incredulous on the call. He didn't see or doesn't believe that there was any kind of deflection there. Let's get a look.
Brown got a piece of it, unless you saw Krivas get it afterward.
Yeah, I don't think it hit Krivas. Do you?
Yeah, it did not.
No. But I think, as most people know, only a reviewable thing in the last 2 minutes of regulation or overtime, so they play on. Duke ball. James. We got an offensive foul going against Proctor with an illegal screen. That'll turn it back over to Arizona.
Arizona needs to start taking advantage of some of the switches that we see out there. And we've talked about it, continuing to look inside. Both Townsend and Krivas can get an angle.
Great drive and a chance for 3 for KJ Lewis.
The great ball reversal and a middle drive against the closeout. As the ball goes from one side to the other, Con Knippel just got caught trying to take away the baseline, wound up giving up the middle and compounded it with a foul, trying to knock the ball away, and Lewis just too strong.
Lewis came off the bench last year. Again, 4 of the 5 starters have moved on either to the pros or other schools. Lewis, a starter this year, and although Arizona lost the game, 15 points in 23 minutes, played through some foul trouble, had a big game against Wisconsin. And right now, Lewis and Bradley keeping Arizona in this game.
Well, Lewis is such a good defender. He's on Cooper Flagg right now, but he solves a lot of problems out there just through his effort and his energy.
Extra pass. Flagg back to James. Knippel on the wing. Misses the 3, and it's Arizona ball.
Rushed it a little bit because Lewis did a great job getting out to him.
Lewis into some heavy traffic. He got tied up, and the possession arrow is going to give it to Duke.
Boy, what a play by Malik Brown. He went after that ball instead of swiping at it. He went in to grab it with both hands. And when you go with both hands, it's a lot more difficult for the official to call a foul. You swipe at it, oftentimes they'll whistle that.
You talk about a guy who does all the blue-collar things. That is Malik Brown on the ACC All-Defensive team last year with Syracuse as Flagg turns it over on the travel.
And give credit there to KJ Lewis. Did a great job of staying between Cooper Flagg and the basket. He had to go right into his chest. That's what forced the turnover. Got right back in front. And Flagg's got to go through his chest and couldn't get turned around. It's terrific defense by Lewis.
Do you like Tommy Lloyd's decision to put a smaller, quicker wing on Flagg as opposed to a big?
Yes. I think a big guy, Flagg would be able to drive around him. Good pass.
And the foul underneath on Brown of the Blue Devils.
That would have been a layup had he not been grabbed. He was trying to hold Brown off and let the ball go over the top before he went to catch it.
And it's number 7 on Duke, so Arizona into the bonus. And Krivas at the line, a guy who was dealing with an ankle injury, missed a lot of the preseason, missed the exhibition games, was kind of on a minutes restriction their first couple of games. But Jay's starting for the first time tonight, and it seems he is pretty close to 100% right now.
Well, a skilled big guy that's got great hands. I mean, he can make tough catches in traffic and an excellent offensive rebounder as well. And it's a luxury, Dan, to have a big guy like Krivas that can operate out top, handle, pass, and then roll right into the low post and finish with either hand.
He and Henry Vesar each 7 feet or taller, kind of rotating at the 5 spot as it stands right now for Arizona. Missed the second, and a flag down with a rebound.
Yeah, Vesar and Krivas are the Baltic big guys for Arizona.
One from Lithuania, one from Estonia. James, and a foul called on Krivas. Little hip check. Well, Feast Week is underway, and it is wall-to-wall college basketball coming your way, including the Shriners Children's Charleston Classic. Victorious today, both Drake and Vanderbilt, and that means they will meet in the final Sunday night. You can see it 8:30 Eastern on ESPN.
That was very well done, by the way. It is not easy to say Shriners Children's Charleston Classic.
I took my time. The lay-in by Brown hardly ever looks for his own offense. That's just his 8th field goal attempt in over 80 minutes of action this year.
But he's so valuable as a passer. He's an excellent passer and an outstanding defender. Almost got a steal there.
Awaka back into the game for Arizona. Bradley, step back, misses the 3, and a good rebound by James. He is a tremendously strong guard.
Yeah, he looks like a linebacker. Duke's guards have done a great job on the glass, helping out.
A turnover. Here comes Love. Trying to go all the way. Left hand up and in. His first points of the game.
That's where Caleb Love is at his best, in transition.
Crowd really back into it. Arizona back within 2. James on the drive. And a block is the call. A couple of the officials were looking at one another as if trying to agree on it, but it is a blocking foul against the Wildcats.
That was off of a switch. And just difficult to establish yourself as a primary defender. I mean, if that was a secondary defender, there's no question that would be a charge. But Lewis switches off and just couldn't quite get there in time to make it obvious, and it's got to be obvious.
Flag to Knipple. Trying to get the shot off. He will, but it won't go for him. And it is going to be Duke ball when we come back. 3:47 to go in a 2-point game.
Well, Arizona has not forced a lot of turnovers, but off this turnover, a 3-on-2 break, and Caleb Love finishes with that left hand beautifully off the glass. Maybe that can get him off the schneid.
For this one, and you made some great points there. John Shire told us today at Shoot Around that he has told his team, listen, Arizona, between free throws, offensive rebounding, second chance points, and turning you over, they get 64 points per game from those three things. Jay, they've only got 10 points tonight from those three games. As the guys in the studio said, Arizona is not, the things they do well, they haven't been able to do them well so far here tonight.
Well, so far, Duke has turned Arizona into a half-court team. And I agree with Josh Pastner. We've been talking about it. I think Arizona's got to do a better job of looking inside to try to establish. They try to get into high-low situations, but try to get the ball into the paint to their big guys. Trey Townsend being one of them. He's out of the game right now. You can see him sitting near the assistants there, Steve Robinson and Jack Murphy. But they need to try to establish the paint with their bigs.
By the way, Motiejus Krivas picked up his third foul. He's gone to the bench as James will slam it home for Duke to make it a 4-point game. So right now the front court for Arizona is a little bit smaller by their standards anyway, with Awaka and Bryant there. Good help here by James. Lewis can't turn the corner. Bryant open for three, and the freshman will knock it down. He's from Riverside, California, 5-star prospect, projected to be a first-round pick. 6'9", super athletic, can score inside and out. And he's bodying up on Flagg, and Flagg will win the battle.
Just decided to go right to Cooper Flagg to take on Bryant. Got him at the elbow where he could get isolated and take him one-on-one. Sion James has scored on the same cut twice. That last dunk, getting the ball into the middle of the floor, trying to eliminate help, and he made two great cuts to the basket.
Lewis pulls up, around and out. Ball is still loose. Now it belongs to Duke, and Knipple is fouled from behind by Bryant.
Now take a look at Sion James on the right side of the court here. When the ball goes into the middle, just not enough pressure on the ball to keep Malik Brown from making that pass. And then Cooper Flagg just able to get that right elbow, drives to his left, and when he drives left, he loves to spin back.
Flagg to inbound. Just over 2 minutes to go in the first half. Duke with a 3-point lead.
Duke having a lot of success operating in the middle of the floor. That middle third area.
Good job by Bryant to stay in front of Knipple. 15 to shoot. Brown off to Proctor. Proctor gets a piece of the paint. Love comes over to help. It's tied up, and the possession arrow gives it to the Wildcats.
Well, you saw Malik Brown do it on the other end. That time Arizona going after the ball with two hands to try to take it away or tie it up. It's a great job by Love and Bradley. Not just a swipe at it, but to go grab it with both hands.
Again, this is a return match from a game at a Cameron Indoor last year. How great is it to see coaches who are willing to go into road environments like this, like Tommy Lloyd did last year and John Shire's doing this year?
Well, it's the way it should be. You want to see, the players want to play in these games.
Yeah. Krivas back in there with 3 fouls, and Arizona turns it back over.
One of the first times that Arizona was able to get the ball to a big guy with 2 feet in the paint. And just a little bit of a rush by Krivas.
Knipple drives past Love and lays it in.
Boy, Krivas very fortunate he didn't pick up another foul there.
First points of the night for Kon Knipple, top 20 recruit, freshman from Milwaukee. And now Love fouled by Proctor.
Well, Kon Knipple has been well guarded in this game, but when you take his shot away, he drives baseline, and boy, Krivas looked like he came over and could have easily picked up another foul there. Terrific finish by Knipple.
Mom and dad, both great players. His dad, the all-time leading scorer at Wisconsin Lutheran College, better than 2,000 points. Mom, the all-time leading scorer at Wisconsin Green Bay. Love too strong on the free throw, and it belongs to James. Knipple and Awaka went flying. They are really getting after every loose ball in this game here tonight.
Yeah, this has been a physical game, which you expect.
Duke with the ball and a 5-point lead, final minute of the first half. James makes it a 7-point game.
He's made some strong cuts, and that was a strong drive. Went right into the body of Caleb Love and into his arm to get that finish. Flag has been a focal point of this Duke offense, and when he catches the ball, he knocks down the first 3 that he took, and he's done a good job defensively knocking the ball away, getting steals off inbounds, plays a great pass to Tyrese Proctor for the transition 3. But every time he catches it, you have to be mindful that he can use a shot fake or a ball fake to create some space and get to the rim. Now, he's just 2 for 10 in this game from the field. He's got 6 points, but his impact has been felt on both ends of the floor.
And you mentioned this earlier, entering the game, he leads the Blue Devils as Duke slides into his zone here. He leads the Blue Devils in scoring, rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals. So Duke out of the timeout into zone look, and they force a turnover, and now they can hold for the final shot of the half.
How many times has Malik Brown knocked a ball away from someone in this game? He's been so disruptive on the defensive end.
6 seconds. And Brown called for the foul to give it back to Arizona.
Boy, Duke had the matchup they wanted. Trey Townsend on Cooper Flagg, and then Malik Brown just put too much into that screen, wound up tripping Townsend. And now Arizona has a great opportunity to get the last shot.
5.7 seconds to go in the half.
And one of the reasons Jon Scheyer's upset is you get the last bucket of the half and the ball to start the second half.
Bradley off balance, in and out as the first half comes to a close, and Duke with a 7-point lead. Arizona unable to really get going in transition, unable to get on the offensive glass. Jon Scheyer's got to be happy. He's with Myron Metcalf.
John, it seemed like the goal was to slow them down, make them play out of their half-court sets. How did you feel like your team executed defensively there?
I love our defense. I love our toughness. I love our rebounding. We got to be better that last possession. We can't give them another shot there.
What else do you want to see this team improve in the second half as you get ready to close this out?
We're here. We've been here before. So for us, look, being in these moments, let's learn. Let's learn. We got to come out right away, second half. They're an explosive team. We've done a great job for 20 minutes. It's a 40-minute game, though.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Myron. What he meant by we've been here before, the game against Kentucky. They were up 9 at the half. The Wildcats beat them in that one. Different group of Wildcats, but Duke off to a good start. They are up 7 at the half. Let's go back to the studio now with Zubin, Sean, and Josh. Back to Feast Week presented by Lowe's. We are here at McKale Center in Tucson, Arizona. The halftime show, Red Panda, outstanding as always. You want to talk about an ovation in this building? She got it, and deservedly so, at halftime. they're hoping to get a little bit more excited about how the home team is playing, but Arizona hasn't looked very Arizona-like so far. How has Duke held them to 27 points?
They've turned, for the most part, Arizona into a half-court team. Duke has kept Arizona out of transition. The guards have done a great job rebounding. Arizona missed 15 shots in that first half. They only got one offensive rebound, and this is a team that's leading the nation not only in rebounding, but offensive rebounding as well. And they've done, I think, a terrific job, Duke has defensively, of turning Arizona into more of a jump shooting team. They haven't allowed Arizona to get into their high-low. They haven't gotten a lot of touches in the paint. And when they have gotten it, they scored 27 points in that first half. Their low of the 3 games they played before this was 44 first half points against Wisconsin. They had over 50 in their other 2 games. So an excellent defensive job in the first half by Duke. Arizona's got to make this game more chaotic with its defense.
One thing worth mentioning, we told you late in the first half that Motiejos Krivas of Arizona had 3 fouls. At halftime, they went back and looked at it. There was a little confusion, and apparently a turnover on him was assessed as a foul. Take it off the board, so he's got 2, and he is starting the second half. Proctor, who had 8 points in the first half, now Flagg, who misses the 3, and the rebound to Caleb Love.
Good pressure on that shot by KJ Lewis. He's had an excellent game defensively on Cooper Flagg.
Jaden Bradley of Arizona, the high scorer in the game for either team. He's got 10. A touch for Krivas. Willie go to work on Malawach. He got double teamed, and he got fouled by Flagg. And you want to see the ball go into the post to Krivas more.
Yes, and that was just a wing pass, and then he got the double. Cooper Flagg went down and doubled. Krivas couldn't get it out as quickly as he wanted to. But I think that high-low can still be really effective.
Trying to get it in, and they find Krivas. Now Love up top, and it's going to go somehow as Krivas knocks it in.
Once Caleb Love got into the middle, Krivas was able to just roll to the basket, lob it right up to him. Maybe the easiest inside basket Arizona's had.
They're trying to get the crowd back into it, and this will help. Bradley with a steal. Can't finish it. Kind of sought out the contact, didn't get the call, didn't get the bucket. And now a steal by Lewis. What hustle. They are still battling for it, and Bradley comes up with it. And that is a goaltending call on Malawach. Count the basket.
That's the kind of chaotic situations that Arizona has to start causing in this game. Duke was able to run its offense in the first half without Arizona causing the kind of chaos they've been causing to start this second half. That's defense creating offense.
And so they were down 7 at the half, 1 minute and 27 seconds in. They have cut it down to 3. Malawach looking for help. Finds Foster. Kept the left foot down. Flagg kicks to Knipple. Puts the brakes on, had it blocked. Trey Townsend got him. And 4 of them are on the floor. It is tied up again, and it will be Arizona ball.
A terrific job defensively when Knipple drove to the basket. Arizona smart enough not to foul because Krivas was back there. Rely on your big guy to stop that drive without fouling.
So Duke 0 for 2 with a couple of turnovers so far here in the first 2 minutes of the second half. KJ Lewis looks like he is limping a little bit. He did not look like himself, and he is in the corner right now, not moving around a lot. And somebody on the bench just asked him, do you need to come out? And he said no, he's staying in the game. And it is Duke ball as Flagg will inbound it to Foster. Lewis is on Flagg again, as he has been the entire time that he's been in the game. Now the switch. Knipple had it knocked away by Krivas, but it is still Duke ball with 11 to shoot.
Yeah, Knipple telling the official he got a lot of arm there.
And the crowd just got to look at the replay, and from the reaction that we heard, obviously they think it should be Arizona ball. Flag now with Jaden Bradley on him. Slipped a little on the drive, still finished.
Well, that's where the size and strength, even at 17 years old, of Cooper Flagg is evident. So skilled, he can drive right or left and finish with his right or left hand.
Fair bit of contact, but no call. The ball's still live, and Arizona's got it. Love guarded by Proctor. Townsend into Krivas. Jump hook. Too strong and flagged the rebound.
A good block out by Cooper Flagg.
Foster can't shake Bradley, now out to Flagg. John Shire talked about wanting more movement, more motion at the offensive end of the floor. There is Caleb Foster with his first basket of the night.
KJ Lewis went under, got caught, and Caleb Foster made him pay.
And a reach-in foul there on Tyrese Proctor.
Yeah, once you go under any sort of screen or exchange, that's when Foster has the time to load it up, and he is a good shooter. Yeah, he came in after going 0 for, he was 5 of 10 from 3 before that game against Kentucky where he went 0 for 5, and Duke only hit 4 threes in that game. I think it was 4 of 23, similar to the numbers that Arizona put up against Wisconsin.
Arizona coming off that loss to the Badgers a few days ago up in Madison. Duke 3-1. Coming off a win over Wofford. Their prior game was the loss to Kentucky in Atlanta at the Champions Classic. So one of these very good teams is walking out of this building with its second loss on the young season tonight.
Arizona was trying to look into Trey Townsend, the transfer from Oakland. He had Con Knipple on him, and that's a difficult matchup.
Townsend played 4 years for Oakland. Very big for them in their win over Kentucky in the NCAA tournament last year. 17 points, 12 rebounds in that game. Lewis misses the three, and Flagg soars for the rebound.
Duke's job on the defensive glass has been excellent all game long.
Knipple shut off on the baseline by Townsend. Foster guarded by Love. Drives and kicks. Knipple up, no good. Tipped around, and Knipple gets it back. Puts it up and hits. And it's a double-digit lead now for the Blue Devils, their largest of the game.
Well, it's amazing after an offensive rebound how deadly that three-point shot becomes.
Tobe Awaka shuffled his feet, and it is a travel on Arizona. And Jay, it is all Duke right now.
The Blue Devils have been connected on the defensive end, and they continue their excellent work on the glass. Cooper Flagg with the tough drive, the help side defense, but he scores right over it. And Con Knipple, after the offensive board, knocks down the three.
Rams have produced so many great players, and so many of them are here tonight. Gilbert Arenas, how good was he when he played for Arizona? Mike Bibby won a national championship as a member of the Wildcats back in 1997. Bradley Beal, he's not from one of these two programs, but he plays for the Phoenix Suns. He decided to check it out. Of course, Grayson Allen, a member of the Duke Blue Devils, as was Mike Dunleavy Jr. He was a part of the national championship team for Duke back in 2001. No surprise that this is a popular ticket, a popular game for people to come see. And right now, it is all Duke. They're on an 8-0 run. Arizona's turning it over. They're not getting to the line. They're not getting on the offensive glass like they normally do. Duke is making Arizona look very un-Arizona-like so far here tonight.
Just one offensive rebound for this Arizona team, a team that averages over 21 offensive rebounds a game. Duke has been gang rebounding, and you got to give credit to their guards.
Malik Brown called for the foul. So there it is, just one tonight, averaging almost 22 per game. How do you do that? How does a team keep the best offensive rebounding team of the nation off the glass?
Well, they've had all 5 guys on the defensive glass. The guards are getting down and rebounding with the big guys. They're just not leaving it to the big guys.
And not surprisingly, it was a huge part of the discussion at practice yesterday and shoot around today for the Duke Blue Devils. It had to be a team effort to keep Arizona off the glass. The Wildcats are trying to get the ball inside, Jay, but they're not succeeding.
Yeah, that ball didn't go high enough. You got to throw that all the way up.
And now a steal by Bradley. They got numbers. And Bradley will lay it up and in himself to snap the 8-0 drought. He is down behind the play.
He went right into the body of Cooper Flagg to keep Flagg from being able to block it. Not sure, it looks like it may be a cramping issue.
And you're hoping that is all it is. The Blue Devils have dealt with that this year with a couple of their players as well. Malawach had it earlier this year. Flagg did as well. And now Jaden Bradley looks like he's dealing with it for Arizona.
Another great job by Bradley of just taking that ball away with both hands. You see him just cramping up there. Look, the lower right leg.
Let's go to Myron.
Yeah, he's in a lot of pain getting up now, but he told the trainer, I'm cramping in both of my legs and screaming in pain, but good sign to see him up and walking again, fellas.
Yeah, fortunately, nothing worse than that. And we'll see if he's able. I'm sure they'll get some fluids into him now and try to get him back into the game. He's probably been their best player tonight. He's got 14 points.
Yeah, he has been their best player. He's been a lot of Arizona's offense in this game.
So Anthony Del Orso is back in. He got in there for a couple of minutes in the first half.
But Bradley, the more experienced player than Del Orso, but at this level, but also the better defender.
Flagg to inbound it for Duke. He leads the way for them with 10, although it's been a lot of work for him. He's 4 for 13. He's missed some shots that he normally makes, but again, he has impacted the game in other ways. Foster to the free throw line. Up, no good. Tip, yes. But got his own.
Caleb Foster right there as well.
Del Orso shakes his defender, can't get a shot off. Vesar, nice look inside. Lewis, boy, tough to get a shot off over Malawach. Shot clock at 8. Lewis from the elbow won't go. There's an offensive rebound. Vesar is surrounded and fouled.
Even though Vesar grabbed that offensive board, he had a crowd around him that wouldn't let him go up right away for the quick stick back. Everybody from Duke getting physical and getting on the glass. Vesar just outfought everybody for it.
Awaka didn't want to take the short jumper, tried to get closer to the basket, but had it deflected. Arizona fans down at that end of the court thought that Malawach was a little too much with the elbow there, but no call, and it's Duke ball.
One thing Malawach did a great job of, he took a shot from Awaka and still was able to block that shot.
James blocked by Vesar. And Lewis has it for the Wildcats. Can Caleb Love get going here in the second half? 2 points, just 1 for 4. Only 4 field goal attempts for Love tonight.
It's not like Arizona's defense hasn't been really good in this game. They've held Duke to 44. It's just they've only put 33 on the board.
Vesar has it knocked away. And another Arizona turnover.
But Duke's defense has been everywhere.
Flagg into the paint, slams it. And it's now a 13-point lead for the Blue Devils. Timeout, Tommy Lloyd.
Cooper Flagg is so good with those hesitation moves. Winds up getting the ball just around the elbow area, gets a little ball screen, gives a little hezzy to Henry Versar and blows right by him to get to the rim.
Subway. Love has had a lot of success against Duke in his career, most notably the 28 points in the national semifinal back in 2022 when, of course, he was still a member of the North Carolina Tar Heels. But he has been very quiet in this one here tonight. For more, let's go to Myron Metcalf.
Yeah, I talked to Caleb Love recently. He said he's trying to find a balance between going 100 miles an hour and playing with patience. He said he spent the summer really working on that because he said his instinct in these big moments is to attack, and he's trying to get better about finding the right shot and not a rush shot, fellas.
And when he takes the right shots, he is incredibly effective. He was the Pac-12 Player of the Year last year. Of course, now Arizona's in the Big 12. But when he is on, he can be one of the most unstoppable players in the game. But it's been a tough one for him. Not really a tough one, just a quiet one, Jay. He hasn't been able to get a lot of shots off.
Well, Duke has kept Arizona out of transition. It's been mostly half-court execution.
And a goaltending call on Malawaj.
And Dan, it's remarkable the job that Duke has done on the glass in this game. Arizona's only got 2 offensive rebounds in this ball game. One by Versar, one by Krivas, and that is it.
And they generate so much offense, so many second chance points. And a 10-second call. That's going to turn it back over to the Wildcats.
A little 1-2-2 3/4 court pressure. And Arizona able to knock the ball away. Duke was a little bit slow getting it up, and maybe in recognition of getting somebody in the middle so they can get the ball across half court.
So they've still got a lot of work to do, but a little spark here out of the timeout by Arizona. A basket and then forcing a turnover.
And so far, out of bounds under. Arizona's had problems getting the ball in.
They get it in to Krivas here. Now Love. Off the glass, too strong. And over the back goes Krivas to commit the foul. A timeout on the floor. It is Duke on the road here in Tucson with a double-digit lead. Corey grinding it out in Hawaii already. He and Kanoa will have the call of Carolina and the University of Hawaii coming up after this. And then, of course, it's the Maui Invitational that begins on a Monday. Outstanding field, and we can't wait to get out there and see the action in person. Tipped away by Krivas, but it's out of bounds to Duke with 8 on the shot clock.
Arizona doing a good job getting over that fade screen to knock the ball away so Knipple can't get an open shot. But Arizona trying to make the game a little bit more chaotic.
Malawaj, the back screen on Love. James with a full head of steam into the paint. Shot clock running down, so Proctor had to put him a long 3. And here come the Cats.
That's one of the things the 1-2-1-1 does. It takes time off the clock, less time you have to guard in the half court.
Into Townsend. Trying to back down Flagg. Kicks it back out. Bradley back into the game. Misses the 3. And Arizona gets it back. Love is wide open. Krivas the offensive rebound.
Malawaj still down.
Love again. Malawaj up and limping right now. And John Shire's going to make a substitution. Caleb Love knocking down a big shot, getting 5 in the game, and all of a sudden, Arizona's back within 8.
And when your 7-2 center is down in the middle of the lane, tough to grab a rebound. And Krivas able to kick it back out to Caleb Love. And Caleb Love looking at himself going, finally, get something to go down.
Malik Brown in for Malawaj. Knipple misses the corner 3. Brown the rebound. Getting louder by the moment. Flagg up and in. What a play by Cooper Flagg.
And what an adjustment in midair.
A 10-point lead for the Blue Devils. Krivas double team. Bryant from the corner. Yes! Carter Bryant with a big three, and it's a 7-point game. With a ton of time still to go, and everybody on their feet here in Tucson. Flag, soft touch, and it drops in.
Boy, really good job to break that pressure when they got it over, got it right into the middle to Flagg.
Cooper Flagg up to 16 now, and just got called for a foul, getting in the way of Caleb Love.
A good job by Duke to get the ball out of the paint, but a great job to kick it out and the extra pass to Bryant. And then once you get into the middle to Cooper Flagg, all of a sudden you got to make a choice. Krivas, does he go up and get Flagg? Then he can drop it down to Brown. But he tried to just fake trap at him.
That was Bryant's second made three of the night. Arizona is 5 for 17 as a team. Bryant defended by Proctor. And Bradley had it blocked by Flagg.
And Cooper Flagg just makes so many plays on both ends of the court. As a 17-year-old, his alertness on defense is really impressive.
That's his second block of the night. He's got 3 assists, 4 rebounds, a steal, and 16 points. Right into the chest of Krivas. And out of bounds, still Duke ball. Boy, he is not shy at all about driving into the paint and challenging whoever's in front of him.
Well, he challenged Krivas, and even though he wasn't able to get that shot, he had that second jump to try to go after the rebound.
By the way, Kaman Amalawach has now left the Duke bench and have gone back to their locker room.
And even though Malik Brown, an excellent defender, you have to think that Arizona is going to really look to get the ball inside.
Plenty of time on the shot clock. Brown to Flagg, pulls up for a 3. And Arizona in transition. We haven't said that many times tonight. And it will go for KJ Lewis to once again make it a 7-point game.
I think he got a technical
I think
foul.
you're right.
A little stare down after the make.
And Tommy Lloyd is beside himself, not at the officials, but at KJ Lewis.
Boy, a spectacular outlet pass to KJ Lewis. And then a beautiful finish. And just a little bit of a flex, and the referee's right on top of it.
And in the end, it didn't cost him. A big break there as Proctor misses them both. And Amalawach is back and back into the game. Came right into the locker room and back onto the court.
So that gives Duke the shot blocking presence, the lob threat back into the ball game.
Timeout, Jon Scheyer. 8:44 to go here in the second half. Duke by 7. We're back in 30. Time still a 7-point deficit for Arizona. But Jay, for people just tuning in, what have they done better the last 3 or 4 minutes to cut into this deficit?
Well, they've done a better job defensively of creating chaos. That 1-2, 1-1, 3-quarter court press has slowed Duke down a little bit. And it's been less time that Arizona has to guard in the half court. They've been going after the ball and pursuing it. And they've gotten a couple turnovers that got them out in transition.
Flag to inbound, Duke ball with 8:40 to go. Just about everybody in this building is standing. Knipple up top, Malawach no, got it back. And a foul called on Arizona.
Malawach wasn't able to corral that ball off the lob and get it to go down, but he was right there to get the rebound.
And I think they got Bryant for reaching in. Knipple driving on Awaka. Nice kick to Flagg. A 3 for Flagg, and he's got 19 points on the night.
But Bryant helps out on the drive, and that's a long closeout to try to get back to Cooper Flagg and put pressure on that shot. That's a big-time 3 by Flagg. They needed it.
He's also got Duke's last 9 points. Love short on the 3. Ball still loose. Ball still live. And it's knocked down by Lewis.
Oh, what a great play by Trey Townsend to keep that ball alive after the air ball and get it to Lewis for the open 3. That was a huge bucket to answer that 3 by Flagg.
Back to 7. Malawacz the handoff to Foster. Flagg with the shot fake and the kick. Foster for 3. Short. And it is Duke basketball.
Well, Cooper Flagg has had a great all-around game, but Bryant has to help out on the drive. Knipple kicks it to Flagg for the open 3, and then Lewis, after the save under the basket, answers it.
Devils recently played Kentucky in the champions here tonight against Arizona. Kansas Tuesday in Vegas, and they'll host Auburn barely a week after that in the SEC ACC Challenge. Cooper Flagg doing a lot of things very well in the first half, but the shots weren't falling. He's continued to do a lot of things very well in the second half, Jay, but now the ball's going in too.
Yeah, he's done it on both ends. And you got to give Duke a lot of credit for the way they've competed on the glass. They're plus 10 in rebounds in this ball game.
Arizona ball ahead to Lewis. Bradley off to Love. Misses the 3, and the rebound to Knipple.
And it's been 1 and out most of this game. Only 5 offensive rebounds on the game for Arizona. Duke is actually plus 7 in offensive rebounds in this ball game.
And plus 11 overall. And again, the advantage appeared to be Arizona's on the glass coming into the game. Knipple the kick. Proctor, great shot fake. Misses the 3, and it's Malawacz over the back.
Really good block out by Henry Basar.
That is number 3 on Malawacz. And it looks like Malik Brown's going to be coming back in. He will, and Malawacz goes back to the bench.
You know, the interesting part to me is Arizona's defense has been really good in this game. I mean, they've had a very good defensive effort. It's just Duke has been better on the glass, and Duke's defense has been excellent in this basketball game.
Love having a tough night from the field. It bounced to Townsend, but he couldn't get the shot off, had it taken away.
A.J. Lewis kept it alive, but Townsend brought it down instead of going up right away, and it was taken away from him.
It's been a tough night for guys like Townsend and Awaka to really try to exert their influence in the paint.
There has not been much productivity out of the Arizona big guys.
Flagg. Left hand, and a foul before the shot, and a foul call against Lewis.
Lewis trying to tell the official he's getting hooked with the off arm.
And his teammates are trying to tell him, hey man, you got a technical already. Don't say anything. We need you in the game. .608 to go. Still a lot of time. Duke by 7. Flagg takes a bump from Basar. Well, how about this action coming your way? This week's SEC on ABC triple header starts with number 9 Ole Miss at Florida. Kentucky is at number 3 Texas at 3:30 Eastern, and then number 7 Alabama and Oklahoma. All the games streaming on ESPN Plus. What a great way to spend your Saturday.
Cooper Flagg is so tough going to his left. And he really is a body-seeking driver. You know, as soon as he got a secondary defender, Basar, coming over, he just went right into his body to draw that foul.
Came into the game shooting 79% from the line. Missed the second. He still has scored Duke's last 10 points.
And he reminds me a little bit of a bigger, stronger Franz Wagner. He's just got so many elements to his game, and you know, to harp on it, but I mean, the idea he's only 17 years old is kind of shocking.
And even though he's only 17 years old, great scoop by Bradley. There's no mystery when you look at the Duke team who they look at as their go-to guy. It's the 17-year-old.
No question. Now it's a 2-possession game, and Arizona needs a stop here.
Knipple for three.
Wow.
Big shot for the freshman from Milwaukee, and it's back to 9.
Boy, a really good cut by Tyrese Proctor to open up a little bit of space. Con Knipple doesn't need much space. That was cold-blooded.
5 minutes to go in regulation. Vesar. Back to Bradley, still 8 on the shot clock. Vesar up top and is fouled.
Boy, after this cut by Tyrese Proctor gave a little bit of an opening, and Carter Bryant expecting the maybe for Knipple to come off that little ball screen by Malik Brown. Just gave him a little bit of space, and Knipple does not need much space at all.
Vesar, the 7-foot redshirt sophomore, medical redshirt last year, suffered a dislocated elbow, didn't play all season, and we haven't seen the best of him. He is an extremely talented guy. Could be a stretch big. He's got good touch from beyond the arc, but he's not afraid to mix it up inside either. Everybody's mixing it up tonight. We got a held ball, and the possession arrow will give it to Duke.
Well, if you bring that ball down below your waist, Arizona goes right after it. The Wildcats sticking with that 1-2-1-1 3/4 court pressure.
Arizona defeating Duke in Cameron last year, and the Blue Devils try to return the favor by picking up a big win in a hostile environment here tonight. Flag one-on-one with the Vesar, sizing him up, crossing him over, kicks to the corner. Now Knipple puts it on the deck. Now Foster the drive, and a foul.
Well, just great ball movement by Duke and attacking closeouts.
Number 2 on Vesar, and Foster will be at the free throw line. The sophomore from Harrisburg, North Carolina. Boy, Duke's leaving some points on the line tonight, though.
Yeah, Proctor missed those 2 technical free throws, and you know, it's been a young season, and Foster hasn't been to the line all that much, but he hasn't cashed in when he's been there early this year.
The Blue Devils at this moment just 3 for 8, now make it 4 for 9 as a team from the line. Neither team's been to the line much. Arizona's just 3 for 6 from the line.
Yeah, it's been very much a game of having to finish through contact.
Foster sits, Sion James returns. Bradley. It won't go. He wanted the whistle, didn't get it, and it belongs to the Blue Devils.
Another really good challenge at the rim by Cooper Flagg. His timing is excellent. It's impressive that he's just not at all afraid out here.
Knipple again, another big 3 for Con Knipple.
If he's allowed to get his feet set, that's essentially a layup for Con Knipple.
Boy, how about the way these freshmen have performed in their first true road game? Duke is up by 12. ESPN's exclusive presentation.
Well, Duke had cut this lead to 6 points at 54-48, but Con Knipple responded with 2 of his 3 made 3-pointers in this second half. Give him a little bit of space with a hand down, and he knocks it down, then having to recover to him in that same spot. Those 2 threes were huge for Duke, and in addition to his scoring, Con Knipple has 6 rebounds in this game.
He and Flagg obviously have both been tremendous here for the Blue Devils tonight. And again, their first true road game. One neutral site game against Kentucky in Atlanta. They lost that game. Otherwise, 3 easy wins at home. But stepping into a visiting arena for the first time and up by 12. And if you're Jon Scheyer, you're probably looking at that clock every second right now. You just want it to keep running. You do not want to send Arizona to the line.
Arizona hasn't spent their normal amount of time at the free throw line in this game. But for Duke, it's about taking care of the ball right now. You know that Arizona is going to come at you with some 3/4 court pressure.
1 of 2 for Vesar. And Knipple has it for the Blue Devils. Woo. Foster was not expecting that pass, and Arizona's got it. Lewis can't hit it, and Flagg down with another rebound for Duke. Boy, a missed opportunity there. They got a gift from Arizona. Got a gift right there. Couldn't take advantage.
And you know Arizona's going to be going after the ball. That means be strong with it and force them to foul.
Proctor misses the reverse.
A beautiful cut. He went for a pin down screen and just slipped right out of it.
Love can't convert. It has been a tough night from the field for Caleb Love.
Just not finishing plays around the basket. Arizona has had opportunities to cut into this lead.
And now if you're Duke, obviously you do not have to be in a rush here. Don't want to milk the clock too much, but they can take a little bit of time. The clock is their friend. Flagg driving left again, and it won't stay down. Bradley ahead to Lewis. Burst to speed, and he's fouled before the shot. And Lewis is down again. And undoubtedly cramping again for the second time.
I think it was Bradley that cramped before.
Was it Bradley before?
Bradley
My mistake. Bradley cramping before. And will Lewis be able to stay in the game and shoot the free throws? And kind of a free timeout here for Jon Scheyer as the officials are giving KJ Lewis a little bit of time to sort through it. And it looks like he will be able to stay in the game, and he's trying to get to the free throw line. So Jon Scheyer get a little time to talk to his players. Got the bounce.
This is where free throw blockouts become even more magnified.
Trey Townsend has gone to the scorers table. If Lewis makes the free throw, Townsend will be coming in for.
Bryant up top.
9-point game, 2:22 to go. The Blue Devils get it over.
Arizona tried to get a trap when it came across half court, but Duke able to get it out.
Knipple gets through a double team, shovel pass, extra pass. Proctor misses the three, but around the offensive rebound.
Well, Arizona does all that work, and they just can't corral the defensive board. Great rebound by Malik Brown.
13th offensive rebound for Duke tonight. Flagg knocks down the turnaround. His big night continues, and Duke is up 11. And they no doubt can sense it right now. Caleb Love draws the foul, and he's got a chance for a three-point play.
And the one thing that Duke doesn't want to do in that situation is foul. Not only to give up the extra point, but to stop the clock.
Number 4 on flag.
It's a great job by Caleb Love to take it to the other side of the basket to shield against the block shot, and Cooper Flagg is not the smartest play to foul him.
8-point game. More pressure. Foster ahead to Flagg as they get it over. Picked up his dribble, needs some help, and finds Proctor. Good look by Knipple to Flagg, up and in. Another bucket for Cooper Flagg.
He thought he might lob it up to Malik Brown, but a nice touch to get that bucket.
And then Love lost it, and a foul. And it is going against Arizona, and it is Duke by 10 with just a minute 10 left in this game.
Cooper Flagg did a great job of breaking into the middle to relieve pressure, and that time when there was a trap, he got to the middle right around the free throw line, basically had a 2-on-1. And when the defense didn't step up to him, just that little floater, and he's just had a terrific floor game on both ends. I thought this game was going to be played in the 80s.
Agreed.
Maybe even the 90s.
Yes.
And for Duke to hold this powerful Arizona team to under 60 with a minute to go is really surprising, but impressive.
Foster knocks down the first to make it an 11-point game. Again, Duke's got another huge game coming Tuesday night from Las Vegas against Kansas. Arizona is going to the Bahamas. They will be in the battle for Atlantis. And there's a chance Gonzaga's on the other side of the draw. There's a chance Tommy Lloyd and Mark Few are going to coach against one another. Of course, Lloyd, an assistant for 20 years under Mark Few up in Spokane. Love the kick. Bradley the drive. Lost it. Less than a minute to go and a foul committed. And the Blue Devils will walk it back up the court right now. They are nearing a very impressive road victory.
And impressive because of the great defense and rebounding that Duke has brought in this game.
More action coming your way on Sunday. The Myrtle Beach Invitational, Middle Tennessee, and Bradley will battle for a championship at 5:30 Eastern on ESPN. We've got the Maui Invitational coming up. You and I, well, we accepted the assignment. We grudgingly accepted the assignment that we were given, heading off to the islands tomorrow. Can't wait to get to Maui for the Maui Invitational. Connecticut, Carolina, Michigan State, Auburn, Iowa State, Colorado, Memphis, and Dayton, the field out there this year. Boy, Flagg will get the headlines, but if he gets top billing, Con Knipple's got to be 1A, right? I mean, he's played great here in the second half.
Well, that along with the team rebounding. I mean, with their 3 guards, Duke has that have 6 rebounds each. And Duke really shut off the inside game for Arizona, but their work on the glass really was the difference in winning this game.
Arizona led 7-2. After that, it was basically all Duke the rest of the first half. Arizona had a couple little moments here in the second half, but really it has felt like Duke has been in control for the vast majority of this game. And they're going to have a nice cheerful flight to Las Vegas, I would think, savoring this victory. Shot clock under 10. Proctor will put it up. And it's down to Lewis, just 24 seconds to go. This high-powered Arizona team with 55 points. That is it. The shot clock is off. Duke will walk it up the floor. The Blue Devils will go to 4-1. Arizona will lose for the second game in a row after the loss up in Madison a few days ago. Impressive stuff here in a tough place to come in and get a win.
Really impressive on the glass, impressive defensively. And a lot of growth shown after that loss to Kentucky in the Champions Classic for Duke to come on the road in McKale and get this type of win.
The final here in Tucson, Duke 69 and Arizona 55. For Jay Billis and Myron Metcalf, I'm Dave Schulman. So thanks so much for watching. Let's go out to the islands now. Kanoa and Corey have Carolina and Hawaii.